Good morning, all of you, respected manager, teachers, parents, and my dear beloved students. Today, we celebrate 74th Independence Day. In the beginning, let me wish from the bottom of my heart a happy Independence Day, all of you. Today, message is start with a small piece of Malayalam poem as a tribute to the great freedom fighters. ജന്മം നൽകിയ നാടിനു വേണ്ടി ജീവൻ നൽകാൻ പോയവരെ, നായകരെ, സൈന്യാദികളെ, ആയിരമായിരം അഭിവാദ്യങ്ങൾ, ആയിരമായിരം അഭിവാദ്യങ്ങൾ. Today, the great day, we salute the great freedom fighters of our nation. This is the best day. We have to remember the great contribution made by our freedom fighters. What we enjoy today, what we enjoy and what we proudly say as being an Indian, it is the result of what our forefathers, especially the freedom fighters, they struggled and sacrificed their life to make our India independent and freedom. So it is the best day. We have to keep prayers and we have to remember their contribution. When we learn and study the history of India more than 2 centuries, we've come to know many people, they struggle their life to protect the nation India and for the independence of India. When we learn the history, we may come across very less in number of names. But more than what we know the names, there are more than lakhs of people, freedom fighters. They were the real heroes of Indian freedom struggle. Viewers, if you could not remember the great sacrifice of these freedom fighters, we won't be the real Indians, because it is our duty to remember. Sometimes you may think that it is God in 1947 our freedom after long 74 years. What is the need of celebrating and remembering the Independence Day? Because till the last breath of our life, we should remember all the time, especially the on August 15th, 15th every year, we have to remember at least their contribution. I think this year it come very important, as we are the as we are Indian. It is very important to learn the history and the great contribution made by our our forefathers, especially freedom fighters. What was their dream? What was their cherish for? Why they sacrificed their life for the country? Is it for their family? Is it for their parents? Is it for their children? No, it is only for their nation. So when they sacrifice their life, there will be a lot of dreams, there will be a lot of expectations. As we are the followers, it is the right time to check. We could achieve all the dreams made by them. We could achieve all the dreams they made by them. As far as we study the economic system of India, as well as we study all the span of our life, it may be improved. But there is a culture for India, unity in diversity. I think it is the time to introspect whether we are fulfilling their dreams. I think nowadays we come to know there are many disputes on the basis of the great contribution made by the freedom fighters. Some are questioned on their basis of their religion. It is the time to rethink why. I think at the time when they sacrifice their life, they won't consider whether which religion they belong. Their religion was our nation, India. They struggle only for the India, not for any particular misuse it. It's because of their religion. I think as an young generation, you, the people of India, you, all the expectation upon us, all the dreams of India is upon us. It is our duty to fulfill the dreams of our freedom fighters. So as we are the growing buds for tomorrow, first thing, first thing we have to learn, we have to study today that we have to learn well the history of Indian freedom struggle. We have to learn all the name. We have to study their strategy, their aim. What was their aim when they sacrificed their life for India? Then we have to make a clear cut idea because sometimes we may misunderstand. We may be misunderstood by some political agenda. The great things given by our forefathers, especially freedom fighters for our nation after the freedom, it was our great constitutions. We can say proudly among all the other countries, our constitutions give guarantee for all the things in our life in a democratic way. As we know in the preamble of Constitution, we the people of India having solemnly resolved constitute a sovereign, socialist, secular, democratic republic. That five term sovereign, socialist, secular, democratic republic. These five pillars, it is the great contribution of our freedom fighters. We can say five terms in nowadays in India when we check it is quite changed. At the time when they struggled for British Empire, now the people in different aspect, in different parts of India, they are struggling for different things. Some are struggling for their identity. We come to know that recent updations regarding NRC and other disputes, other misunderstanding news, dereputing many freedom fighters, many duty to learn clearly the dream of our freedom fighters. I just stand strongly this day as a message. We should start, we should find time to learn and study the history of India, especially freedom struggle. From there, we have to keep a great inspiration. From there, we have to cherish our dreams. From there, we have to make our expectations. From there, we should survive. We should serve our life for fulfilling the great dreams of our freedom fighters. Today, now I remember the word of our first Prime Minister as he made the first speech at the in 14th midnights of lakhs of people they survive, they struggle religion, all the religion in world is to care for their motherland.